Hey, welcome back to the channel. That's a little dark, isn't it? Let's fix that. Hey, much better, right? So in today's video, we're gonna talk about the crappiest YouTube studio you've ever seen. But this is Road Reality Studio, and this is what I have.
All right, here we go.
I don't have the space in my house for a big professional studio. I got what you see here. So this is where I do my editing. This is where I do, all my shooting off bike stuff. And we got some nice upgrades for 2021. Yeah. This box over here, that's one of them. Later in the video, we're gonna unbox that. But first, we're gonna talk about the Mount Dog soft box that I bought. It's a lighting kit, 50 bucks on Amazon. I saw it on a Think Media video, and I figured, what the heck? For my budget, let's do it. I've already spent a ton of cameras this year and done a lot of riding and done a lot of shooting, but there's more off-bike stuff that I really want to get out there and share with you. So today, first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a look at this Mount Dog softbox. First of all, let's spin you around so you can see. Don't mind the mess, all right? Like I said, this is what I've got. I have it on auto, and that's white, warm, cold, back to white. Got our remote. Let's go through it real quick. Power button off and on. Yeah, don't hit that. That's better. And then it's got an auto button, which, as I showed you before, goes through the 3 lighting modes. And then you've got some brightness and Kelvin settings. You can pretty much ignore those. I mean, it's below freezing and pretty much pitch black outside, if you can't tell from the windows behind me. And yet, I think this looks pretty darn good for an amateur. Beyond that, 100, 50, and 20% buttons, which do, yeah, just like they say. Ooh, truth in advertising. Rare these days. And then warm, cold, and white buttons. Cold, white, warm. So you get kind of the lighting you want. I mean, it's really easy to set up. I'll take you around and let's take a closer look at it. All right, here we are behind the light box. It's got an angle adjuster here. You can see that. And then an attachment point here where the softbox attaches to the stand, which is sort of cheap, but it's functional. And then you've got adjustment 1, adjustment 2, and then down here, standard cheap tripod kit. But really, the important part is that light, and it's an LED. And it's not just one LED, it's like 3 built into one. Warm, cold, and white modes. So the way the bulb works is that there's 2 sets of LEDs in the bulb, and then the remote controls everything on it, which allows it to use different LED things. I don't know, I'm a moron, but it works. So, yay. But let's take the cover off. And then you'll be able to see fancy LED bulb. Yeah, looks pretty good, huh? And if I turn it off, we can take a closer look. So as you can see, it's a regular bulb, heat sinks, and this whole thing takes like 30 seconds to set up. It's really that easy. And bright. And now that I have the Mount Dog softbox, I can turn this GoPro light off. So I'm not gonna go into the specs on the Mount Dog other than it's 50 bucks. I love it, and it's gonna allow me to do stuff like this at night, after everybody goes to bed, which I think is really cool. And if you're a little tiny YouTuber like me, that's awesome. Because not all of us have all day to film YouTube videos, right? All right, so let's go through some of the modes it's got. Right now we're on auto warm, auto cold, auto white. We'll go back to warm, 20%, 50, 100. Go over to cold, 20, 50, 100. Go down to white, we got 20, 50, and 100. That's it, folks. Hit that auto button, scroll through. I think that looks pretty darn good. So if you watch some of my previous videos, you've seen some graininess when I'm sitting on my porch here. And yeah, that's a thing of the past. That's pretty sweet. And for 50 bucks, I mean, you can't ask for any better. I'm definitely gonna leave a link in the description below so you can go pick one of these up for yourself. And mind you, it's probably not the best built and it's probably not the most durable, but for somebody with a tiny budget and wants to shoot YouTube films, yeah. I mean, you're gonna spend the money on your camera. I'm looking at you, Hero 9, and you know, microphones and that sort of thing. And hell, I still have a motorcycle payment to make. So my budget for this is pretty small, but yeah, I really do like this Mount Dog light, and you're gonna see this in any of my future off the bike shots. All right, so in the first half of this video, I did promise that we'd unbox this thing. It's another studio upgrade, and I'm super excited for it. So let's get my knife out, ta-da, and let's get this box open. Again, don't mind the mess. This is what I got. Ah, there we go. It's not that heavy, but that's some dramatic glare. And like all my unboxing videos, I'm gonna be making a huge mess. Throwing stuff around. Ooh, cardboard. Kids will love that. Before I get too far, this is a Valera Creator 95 green screen. It's about 1.5 by 2 meters or 4.5 by 6 feet. Ooh. It's supposed to be portable, goes up easy. I can't wait. My wife bought this for me for Christmas, and it's been a few days. I'm finally getting a chance where everybody's asleep so I can film and do some editing. And this is what I wanted to do tonight. And I cannot wait to get this thing set up. Hopefully I don't knock my camera over. Or my laptop. But in the box, a user manual. That's good. And then here it is. It's not going to fit in frame. Let's get this taken off. Oh. Boy, this thing weighs like 15 or 20 pounds maybe? 10 pounds? Looks pretty easy. Think we can do this without a manual? We're going to find out, aren't we? Looks like you turn that to there. Oh, cool. Check this out. Hey look, it comes preloaded with video. If it isn't painfully aware to you that I have no idea what I'm doing, let this be a lesson. Read the instructions. Okay, the instructions are pretty useless. We're gonna figure this out the old-fashioned way. Now obviously I can use a little adjustment here and there to move it side by side, or the camera closer to me so you don't see as much junk around, but that's pretty cool. It really does go up that quick. And that's a Valera Creator 95. Again, I'll leave product links in the description below. And yeah, that's really gonna clean up my recording, isn't it? Because now I can drop stuff like this into the background and you don't have to look at the mess that is around me. And I don't have to sit this close to the camera either. That's better for you because my ugly mug doesn't take up half your screen. So anyway, those are the 2 upgrades I'm making for my YouTube studio in 2021. And I think this is the ultimate tiny YouTuber studio setup for somebody that has a tight budget, no place to record really of their own, and wants to get higher quality content out. I mean, stuff like a green screen and I'm sure I could hang a different backdrop on there if I wanted to, but I think that's going to be pretty useful. And I happen to use DaVinci Resolve, which is a nonlinear editor that allows me to do chroma key things like changing the background. Well, folks, that's going to wrap up my studio upgrades for 2021. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you know what to do. And until I see you again, keep the shiny side up. Cheers. You stayed to the end of the video, didn't you? Thanks for being here. I appreciate the support. This is a lot of fun for me, and I'm glad you're here to watch it. Leave a comment below. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie? Change my mind. I think it is. Take care.